but we did like 3-on-1, 4-on-1, full contact, like knockouts. Crazy sparring sessions. We used to do 4-on-1, MMA. Bro, yeah. Me and Anthony Hernandez, my boy, yeah, we were at this gym in Woodland a while back, years ago. I mean, this was probably like 10 years ago. But we did like 3-on-1, 4-on-1, full contact, like knockouts. Like it was so stressful. When you were that one guy that got jumped, it was life or death. And the point of that, which wasn't too safe, you got fucked up. You got side blinded and fucking cold clocked and hit in the back of the head and jumped. You get cornered, but you learn, you fight a bunch of people, fighting one person ain't shit. So, try me, motherfucker. No, it was really like scary. Like it wasn't like sparring. It was like, and everyone was good, right? So it's like, we're not just bums fighting. Like, we were amateurs then, but we had skill. So it's different fighting 4 people with skill than fighting 4 bums.
Man, probably the craziest thing I saw was, man, we were sparring, this is several years ago, and a kid, like, he was newer in the gym, and he tried to block a head kick with just one arm, and the kick broke both bones in his arms, and his arm was doing this number right here. And the dude didn't scream or yell or anything. He just I think he was in shock, Man, his arm was just, I'm talking about from here down, was just kind of flopping all over the place. And, man, we kind of just duct taped 2 shin guards. We kind of duct taped like kind of made a splint at a shin guards. And Walt's wife was there, who's she's a nurse. And, man, she put him in the car, took him to the hospital, and the training session went on as, we finished our training session. But it was pretty wild to, see the dude. He was holding his elbow here, but at the middle of his arm was just, doing this number. And I was like, dude, you should probably, like, grab it up here where it's broke. And you just sit down, man, take a breath, I think that, yeah, he had to have been in shock. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And, yeah, that's wild to see somebody's, man, it was just weird. Like, he was just walking around with his arm, and like everybody stopped, the training session stopped, and everybody's like, oh, hey, bro, you need to sit down, take a break. Well, let's get you to the hospital.
I saw a dude, he got hit with an uppercut and a hook combo, and his tooth flew out and it hit the ceiling / wall. And we never found it. It was like it disappeared. It was the crazy. I've never seen a tooth fly out like that. It had so much speed on it. So he got hit with it was like an uppercut hook or a hook uppercut, something like that. And his tooth just like shot out, hits the wall. We heard it hit the ceiling, and then it was like disappeared. We looked all through the neck. It's like we have a couple of dentists at my gym that could, they could have fixed it, and we could not find this dude's tooth. So he actually had to get a full replacement. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Dude, we looked for like a month after, like just to find it, just to look for it, because it was too late. But we were looking just to find it, Crazy. It had to have. Well, I don't know. I think maybe it had to have like been cracked before or something. It was nuts. It made no sense for sure.
It's about a crazy person, as you probably know he is Hector Lombard, right? He's very known for sparring quite hard, right? Let's just remember this clear as day. We're all getting ready, like what you do like a little warm-up round. It's just the first round of the day, just to get warm. And Hector Lombard's notorious for this. He's done this not just once, this is multiple times. So we're all getting warmed up. You're doing a little light, little motion. And next thing all you hear is and you just turn around, and there's a guy laying stiff on the floor, and Hector Lombard's just walking around like stalking him, like knocked him out cold. He's thinking, it's the warm-up round. What's going on? But he has 2 switches: is go and stop. That's all he has. He has no in between. No matter if he could go with a heavyweight or he could go with a flyweight. He just has one mode. He's crazy. He's funny.
Man, I've seen a lot of crazy things, especially because sparring is so crazy because there's a lot of competition. You know, we are competitive fighters. We fight for a reason. You know, we are competitive. We want to win. But sparring is a time where you're trying to, you know, test everything out, kind of get a feel for what you've been training. But sometimes it gets out of hand. And I remember I've seen many knockouts in sparring, but I remember one that I saw that was really crazy. And after that, me and my coaches, we talked to the kid. Nowadays, he knows how to spar, you know, in a way that he's not going to do that kind of stuff. But he threw a spinning back kick to the face of the guy he was sparring, and that connected, but that was not what knocked him out. So they were near the wall, but the wall is padded. But anyway, once he connected, he hit the back of the head in the wall, and then he was out. And then we were like, man, you know, I know that you're trying new stuff, but hey, this is not the way you're going to do it. You don't got to go full power. And we're here to train, to improve, and that's not going to improve anybody. You know, knocking people out in training is not the kind of stuff. I don't get confidence of knocking my sparring partners out. That's not going to go into the fight. That doesn't mean I'm going to knock my opponent out. So I think people got to be smart. You know, there's a lot of that, but I think that was the craziest thing I've seen in sparring.
I'd say I've witnessed Uriah Hall knock out like 2 or 3 guys in training. So, and I've seen it like multiple times, and not because he's a bad, like Uriah Hall is a really good training partner, but I've seen guys like really try to test their will against him and sparring. And he's very respectful, but they're trying to turn it up on him. I've seen him put like 3 guys to sleep. So yeah, that's probably the craziest thing. And yeah, you could tag him on that because he's a good guy. But yeah, don't mess with Uriah Hall.
Yeah, I mean, there's been just some of like the gym fights I've seen are, you know, better than some of the UFC fights you'll see. It's a tough sport, you know what I mean? Like you see all kinds of stuff. I see it on a regular basis. I mean, I got pissed off at somebody last night because they were trying to knock me out, so I got after him. But yeah, it's probably just, you know, your normal, like, I'm sure I've seen crazy stuff. I just can't remember your normal like gym fights that end up being like incredible, just, you know, slugger of fights that, you know, the bell rings, nobody stops, they just keep going until one person quits, and like just this stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a couple, like the ones that come to mind are like, for me usually, there was a guy one time comes from a kickboxing background, and there's kind of like gym etiquette when you spar. You know what I mean? Like I don't throw knees. Like if I throw a knee, I'll throw it soft to the body just to touch. I'll hit him with my thigh, not my knee. You don't throw elbows, blah blah blah. So he was getting pissed off because I kept taking him down. So anyway, he threw a knee on one of my takedowns and hit me clean. You know, like hit me clean. And I'm a guy that's like, if you want to fight, I'm game for it. Like you just got to let me know the rules and ahead of time, and then we'll go. So like as soon as you do that, like you need me, you give me the green light to now I can fight you as well. So like I took that. He got me good, like half neck, half chin, got me really good. And I got him down anyway, and I ended up getting him down and basically TKOing him on the ground just because now I can hit you hard. Now that you try to knock me out, I can try to knock you out. So like it's there's gym etiquette to it, and I'm not a big believer in like hard sparring or anything like that anymore. So like when you do that, it pisses me off. You know, like you gotta protect your brain cells as much as you can, especially if you've been in the sport as long as I am. So as long as I have. So yeah, just stupid stuff like that. That's happened countless times.